Hey guys, this is Dina. Welcome back to another episode of DNA Talks. And remember, if you are not yet subscribed or turned on your notifications, please do so. I'm so excited that you guys are here. Thank you for joining me. I have a guest today. Her name is Nicole. She is a inflammation specialist, and I don't know about you, but I myself deal with high inflammation and high pain on the daily. So when I heard about what she's doing, I said she needs to be on the show so we can all hear about her journey and what she is doing now.
What if your next conversation could transform everything? Welcome to DNA Talks with Dina Morales. Real conversations about fitness, confidence, motherhood, discipline, and more. Dina Morales, founder of DNA Training, created a space for women to rebuild their strength from the inside out. Tune in Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard on YouTube. DNA Talks. Real conversations. Real growth. Real you.
Now, so let's welcome in Nicole. Hi, Nicole. How are you doing today?
Good. Hey guys. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Thank you. It's been a morning, but hey, we are here. It's been a day, but we are here getting this information out to everyone because when I heard about what you're doing and how you're helping people in your own journey, I said we need to get this information out to the public. So, thank you for joining us today. And before we
Yeah, thank you.
journey. Yes, thank you. Before we get to your journey and to everything that you're doing now, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Nicole?
All right. My name is Nicole. I am 40 years old. I have 6 children and a stepson. They range from 3 years old all the way to 18. I love paddleboarding. I love the water. I live in Arizona, so I love heat. I would prefer heat over cold any day. Um, yeah, I'm married. I've been married for quite a long time. We've been together for 13 years, so been a
Wow,
while.
that's wonderful. It sounds like you have a really nice family.
I do. I love them.
And 7 children, you said 6 children and one stepchild. Wow.
Yeah.
I know you stay busy. I know that you barely find time for yourself, but that's how life goes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, like I said, I am very excited that you are here today with all the information that brought us here and your journey and all of that you're doing with your project. And before we get into it, I want you to tell us a little bit about your why you started looking deeper into nutrition and wellness, and what made you interested in testing rather than just simply guessing what was going on in your body.
Okay, so I started looking into nutrition and wellness in 2025. I had no idea what I was doing. All I know is somebody that I love was diagnosed with high blood pressure and high cholesterol due to being obese. And I knew that I was 5 feet high. I weighed 181 pounds, and I was categorized as obese as well. But I'm a little older than that person and realized that my health mattered and I needed to do something about it. I was extremely uncomfortable in my own skin. I hadn't been diagnosed with any sort of diseases or like conditions, but that was my fear. And what made me interested in testing was a few reasons, actually. One, in March, I merged with a test-based company called Zinzino, and we offered a inflammation test. They do everything is test-based. So we start with the test, and then we make a personalized plan for the person. So that was the number one reason. I kind of had no choice. I went from one business, they merged. So the second reason is because over the last year, I had lost 46 pounds and I was still miserable. I was struggling with brain fog, with low energy, and joint pain, chronic joint pain. So let me kind of rewind a little bit. 2 years ago, right before I started this business, I was diagnosed with pre-arthritis in my hands and in my knees. And the doctor tried prescribing me medications and telling me that, I'll never forget this word. He told me that it was going to be forever. And I was like, there's no way. I'm 38. I want to be able to sit on the ground. At the time, my baby was only, I think he was like 1. And I wasn't able to sit down on the ground without, having to do the rollover to get up on your knees to stand up. And it took a long time. And then one of the other symptoms was my hands. I would wake up in the morning and my hands would be locked like this. Wow. And until they would release, I wasn't able to do anything. I mean, I had to prop the baby up in my lap and, prop the bottle because I couldn't grip it. And Dan had to make my coffee. I mean, it was extremely painful, but that word forever just stuck with me. So I realized that I needed to do something about it. And that's what led me to this test. So.
Well, that is wonderful because so many people just settle with whatever the doctor tells them, and they just sit with that.
Yeah.
Whatever they're dealing with really no answers, because I feel like anymore, I don't have anything against modern medicine, but I do feel like a lot of those medications just create another problem and mask the one that you have going on. So now you're stuck with, not one problem, but 2 problems. So I really love that you went out and ventured on your own and you didn't just settle for whatever diagnosis they were giving you, for your inflammation, for your pain. So that is really great. And why would you say symptoms aren't always the whole story? Like, you knew you were having joint pain, you knew you couldn't move, you couldn't really have a quality of life, but you really, you didn't really know what was going on. So why do you think symptoms don't always tell the whole story?
Symptoms can be contributing factors to many things, and people don't realize that if you can't see it, then you don't have it. But that's not really how it goes. Our bodies are, first of all, we're all so different. And you could be feeling tired. You could be dealing with brain fog, joint discomfort, digestive issues, just struggling with weight. But the symptoms, like I said, they have many contributing factors. And that's why I'm just a big believer in testing it. Instead of guessing what your body needs and listening to the doctors when they say, take this supplement, you need this for that. And, you do it, right? Because it's a supplement or a vitamin and you think that this is going to work or be better. But that's not always the case until you have a test that actually says what your body needs.
So what additional information does the test provide?
The test provides 11 different biomarkers of your fatty acids. And the one that we focus on is your omegas, which is also known as the inflammation in your body. There's a critical number. You're supposed to have 3 omega-6s to every omega-3, and 97% of Americans test unbalanced because there's so many reasons why.
Right. And I mean, it could be stress, it could be the way your diet, the way you eat, not enough movement, be a series of things. That is so true. And so many people live with inflammation, and they don't really know they live with discomfort or disease, but they don't really know that it's linked to inflammation, So that's why I think that testing, it's so cool, because it allows you to really look at it, have an insight as to what's going on inside your body, so that way you can take care of it. Because a lot of times it's inflammation that is causing all of those discomforts or diseases or pain, or whatever may be going on. I know for me, the inflammation causes a lot of joint pain. So and sometimes I just deal with it, but I want people to know there is options, there is answers out there, So thank you for sharing that with us. And can you explain the difference between omega-6 and omega-3? What difference does it make as far as balancing them out in your body?
$6.3 billion people are not getting enough omega-3s, and almost all of us get too much omega-6. The world is out of balance. This may affect normal physical and mental functions related to heart, brain, and eyes, which could offset abnormal inflammatory and immunological responses. A simple blood test will reveal whether you're good to go or if it's time to act. How do we get omega-3? Omega-3 is an essential fatty acid that our body cannot create on its own. It's most naturally formed in the tissue of oily fish and algae. We need to get our omega-3s from the food we eat, or by taking supplements with fish oil. Sounds simple? To reap the health benefits, adults need about 2 grams of EPA and DHA daily. It might not seem like a lot, but do you eat at least 1 serving of sardines, anchovies, mackerel, salmon, shellfish, flax seeds, or walnuts on a daily basis? Yes? Then you're getting enough of the omegas, but the authorities will now also tell you that you're at risk of digesting too many environmental contaminants. No? If your answer is no, then you are most likely one of the 6.3 billion with a deficit. It's a catch-22. What about omega-3 supplements? We will answer that in 58 seconds. The truth is, most of us don't eat that much fish. We do, however, eat lots of meat, chicken, rice, sweets, and ultra-processed foods. This is how we end up with too much omega-6s and not enough omega-3s in our bodies. It's an unfortunate fact, but 97% of us are not able to strike a balance between these essential fatty acids to keep our health in check. Would you like to take our balance test and take charge of your diet and health? Antioxidants are omega-3's best friends. Here's a close-up look of a cell in our body. Antioxidants protect the essential fatty acids in both the bottle and the body. They ensure the omega-3s stay fresh and potent, and they will keep the cell membranes flexible to absorb the nutrients in the food. But not just any antioxidants will get the job done. Polyphenols are the game changer. This is a fact often overlooked by the fish oil industry. These natural antioxidants are commonly found in seafood, nuts, and seeds. Polyphenols are powerful micronutrients working in synergy with the omega-3s to slow down oxidation and optimize absorption. They make sure the omega-3 nutrients are properly absorbed in order to offer long-term health benefits to your body. Is it safe to take a high dosage of omega-3s? Yes, the refining process will rid the fish oil of virtually all mercury and PCBs. Unfortunately, this process also washes out the natural polyphenols in the oil. This is why most modern omega-3 supplements have little effect in the body. It puts our Balance Oil Plus in a league of its own. Our synergistic formula brings the magic of polyphenols and omega-3s back together. This is a revolution in omega-3 supplements. Polyphenols from pre-harvest olives are the plant-based equivalent to the antioxidants naturally found in seafood. Our supplement is actually closer to oily fish than fish oil. We've captured a true force of nature. All you have to do is put our product to the test, literally. The Zenzino Balance Test is at the heart of our balance concept, a personalized, scientific dried blood spot test that reveals whether your current omega-6 to 3 ratio is out of balance. You take the test before you start using our Balance Oil Plus, and then again after 120 days. This way, you get to see for yourself if your essential fatty acid levels have been restored. And we get to prove that our supplements really work. This is the start of every health journey and the foundation of our dynamic, test-based nutrition strategy. We've performed about 1 million tests worldwide, and our growing database shows that 97% were out of balance. Every single person whose life is brought back into balance with our polyphenol omega food supplement is the ultimate proof of our balance concept. Let's take the guesswork out of a healthier way of living from the pioneers of test-based, personalized nutrition. Zenzino. Inspire change in life.
Okay, so omega-6s are our anti-inflammatory response in our body, guys. So what that means is when you get a cut or a sprain, you need omega-6s. They're essential for your body. And you need them to heal. The problem is our body doesn't make them, and we have to get them from a food or a supplement. And then our omega-3s are our anti-inflammatory response, and that you also need so that you can balance out the omega-6s in your healing process and in the inflammation levels in your body.
Okay, that is so interesting. And since we don't go around eating sardines or salmon all day, we need the supplements, right?
Right, because omega-3s, you have to consume a ton of fatty fishes, and not many people want to.
And then you risk your mercury levels going up from consuming all the fish. So
then you have another problem.
You have another issue. But we must also emphasize the importance of consuming quality oils as well. And you mentioned during our phone call when we first talked that you handle or you deal with high quality oils, correct?
It is. It's a high grade. It's from Norway, and it's just an omega-3. The difference is it's combined with something called a polyphenol, and that is what binds the omega-6s to the omega-3s, and to you have to have them. So it's kind of like this shape, and it keeps it going, and it holds them together in the middle. But when you don't have enough polyphenols, it pulls them apart, and your cells don't properly work. And that's where I come into play.
That's interesting. So once you do the test itself provides the levels of omegas in your body. Is that what it does?
Yeah, it will. It does. It's a very simple test. It comes back and says if you're balanced or unbalanced, because, blood work is really hard to read. So it does give you your exact numbers. That way you can take it to your healthcare provider and ask them for more additional information and what they think.
Okay, that sounds very interesting. And why would you recommend people get tested first before doing anything else?
so that you have a baseline. You want to know your personal numbers so that you're not just taking a supplement and not knowing what it's doing in your body. So it's kind of like a one size fits all. When you go and you buy the most expensive, the best high grade, omega that you think is going to be perfect, or maybe your doctor even told you about this one. They don't test. They just tell you this is essential. Your body needs it. And you go out and buy it, right?
Right.
So the reason why ours is so different is because before we even give you the omega, we test you. We want to know exactly what your numbers are so that we can give you the product and you can start it. Ours is an oil, so it's not the little tablet or capsule that you take. And it's an oil that it goes just by your specific weight, and that's how it's different from others.
So the oils, do you just consume them orally, or how do you consume those oils?
Yeah, so I mix mine in water. A lot of people put it in orange juice, and we use the little shot glass comes with your first order. And you just measure the oil in there, and then you mix it with whatever you want to. And they call it a shot every day. So it's just a vitamin.
We need to make a slogan. A shot a day will keep your oil, something. You need to come up with something
away. Yeah. It'll keep inflammation away.
Right? That's a good one. Yeah, there you go. That should be your logo. Yeah, one shot a day will keep inflammation away. I like that. And you know what
I do too.
What I also love about this is that it's personalized, that is not generic. Because also, when you get a prescription at the doctor's office, they might tell you take 2 pills, 2 capsules or whatever. But this is general. This is like general instructions for everyone. As opposed to your test is personalized. You know exactly how much oil or how much omegas you should be taking to bring the inflammation down, right? So,
right.
Can you tell us a little bit about how this test and how these oils have helped you since you started?
Okay, yeah. So in March, we merged and we were given this test by the company, and they said, do this. You want to be a testimony of your own product and then start the oil. Well, since I started the oil, guys, it was about 2 months into it. I can't remember when my energy changed exactly, but I have all day energy now, and caffeine. I'm very sensitive to caffeine. I would have to drink coffee like all day long before to function. And now I just drink 1 cup in the morning, and I mix it with a little bit of my Happy Coffee, which is another product that I sell. And it's a mushroom coffee. But no, joint pain, guys. So that is the number one thing that fixed my life. 2 months into me taking the oil, I realized that I woke up in the morning and my hands didn't hurt as much. And over the last 2 months since then, I have 0 pain. I do not have pain in my knees. I wake up in the morning and I can use my hands. I can pick my kids up. I can sit on the floor and play games and not have to worry about how I'm getting up. And that word forever is now like kind of a joke in my head, because I told them I'm not doing that. I will not take medication. I'm about natural, and that's how I'm going to go about it. So that's what changed in my life.
Isn't that crazy how just a supplement, I myself talk a lot about supplements and the importance of them, but a lot of people don't think they're necessary. They're just like, oh, I don't need them. But yeah, I mean, you are proof that we do need them, because it really brought you life. And
there's so many that are essential, and you have to have them in order to be balanced.
Function, pretty much.
Yeah.
To function, right? And I'm sure you have tons of testimonials as well as of people that you have helped, and that you've helped them come back to life and come back to normal basically, and get back to functionality. I'm sure you have a lot of
Yeah.
those.
Oh my gosh, guys, I have customers. My best friend, I'll use her as an example. Hers was migraines. They're now gone. She's had a couple since she started the oil, but I mean, gone. She was having them like 3-4 days a week, not anymore. And then another one, my favorite customer, she struggles from all sorts of autoimmune. She's battled brain cancer. And one of the number one things why she started the oil was neuropathy. I don't know if you know what neuropathy is, but it's extremely painful. Feels like pins and needles in wherever the nerves are being affected. And hers were in her legs and this part of her arms. And so she is my greatest like testimony of all. She's my favorite one because she now like we cried together, you guys. She can walk her dog. She can go out and walk her dog. And now she's starting to get feeling back in her arms. It did take her the 4 months. She's been on it for 4 months. And her neuropathy, it's not completely gone. She did say that. But she said she doesn't have the pins and needles all the time. She can stand up. She can sit down for longer periods of time. And it has just been so life-changing for her. So,
Hey guys, what's up? At DNA, I'm looking for women who are passionate about a change, who are truly looking for a change, because I am a very passionate coach and I invest myself in my clients. So that is the type of person I'm looking for when it comes to DNA training. At DNA training, we don't play around, guys. So if you are someone who's dedicated and who is passionate about a true change, come see me. I want to help you. And being a trainer is more than just being there for you during your workouts. It's being there for you all the time during your journey. And I'm there for you. So come see me. Wow, that is amazing. It's crazy how something so small can change your life. And
yeah.
knowledge is everything. Once like getting the test done, and your numbers, you can act on them, on that, and just basically change your life. It's easy as that. So
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of people just neglect that. But and also I do feel like a lot of people are just don't know about it, don't know about these options. So that's why I decided to have you on here, because I'm like, more people need to know about this. More people need to hear about, there is solutions, and you don't have to pack on medications all the time, all day long to feel better. There is options,
Yeah.
and options that won't hurt your liver, such as this. So
Yeah.
so once you get the test done, do you need to retest, or how does that work?
Okay, so what the test is, yes, we retest. It's just a simple finger prick. You do it, it's available to do at your own leisure at home. It's mailed into an outside laboratory. It takes 10 to 20 days to get your test back. And what we love most is our retest. We send a free test 4 months after your first one so that you have numbers to compare it to. So my first numbers, guys, was 23-1. Remember, I told you the critical number was 3-1 in order to have balanced inflammation in your body. Well, I was 23-1. Explains a lot of my pain, right? Just when you hear the numbers. I retested. I actually got my results back yesterday, and they are down to 6.1. So they're not completely balanced. It's considered semi-balanced.
Yes.
But I mean, if I can get to 6.1 and have no joint pain and more energy, I am
Mm.
happy with 6.1 for the rest of my life if that's what it is. And I know it's the oil because I didn't do anything about it before. And it was once I put oil in my life that it's like a miracle in my head. God did something right.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure, as we know, no supplement you know, can take the place of a healthy diet. So I'm sure that you were eating healthy, you were
Oh
exercising,
yeah.
that. So, you
Yeah,
know, food and lifestyle is very important as well. So,
it
can you
is.
talk about the whole foods, fruits, vegetables, movement, sleep, stress management, all of that, how it can play a role in also in inflammation.
Yeah, so omega 6s is all of what we consume nowadays. It's our packaged foods. It's all the foods down the aisles, basically. Um, it's in our frozen dinners. It's in chicken nuggets, when you have to have kid meals. It's in absolutely everything. Plus, it's because of our soil. It's the way that things are grown nowadays and with the preservatives that cause so many omega 6s.
That
And when you consume those, that's when you get the inflammation in your body. So,
right. And that's why it's important to know your numbers so you can bring the inflammation down,
yeah,
right?
and I forgot to tell you guys that since I've started the oil, I'm now down 51 pounds. I've lost 5 more pounds. And I believe in my heart that that was inflammation in my body. I haven't changed my diet, you guys. I still do my shakes. I still eat healthy. I don't work out as much as I should, I'll be honest, but I have a busy life and my running around is my exercise. But anyways, I do everything the same except for the oil, and I was able to lose 5 more pounds.
Wow. And yeah, I would agree that could have been all inflammation, you know? And sometimes people don't realize that it's not weight that they're carrying around, it's inflammation, you know?
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that. That is very encouraging, Just losing 5 pounds is great, but losing 55, that is awesome. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
51. I lost 51.
51. Well, that's still awesome.
Yeah.
51 pounds is like another person, because there is kids that weigh that much, or even teenagers that weigh that much. So I can just
Mhm.
imagine all that, all the pressure on your joints as well with having all those extra 51 pounds. So
Mhm.
that is awesome. So what is one thing that you cannot promise once we take the test and we start
Um,
on?
I cannot I cannot promise that it will diagnose or fix, cure anything. I'm not a medical provider and I can't promise you that it's just going to be a magic fix because it's helping people in different ways, but I cannot say that it will fix anything. So,
Right, right. Thank you. And like we
yeah.
mentioned, a supplement, it should just be something complementary to whatever lifestyle you're already having, like a good a healthy diet, proper exercise, all of that. So it's just an addition to whatever it is that you're doing already, right? So
Yeah.
if someone was listening right now and they feel like they're doing everything they can for their health, but they still don't feel their best, what is their first thing you would tell them to do?
I would tell them to take this test. Let's see what your inflammation levels are in your body so that we can make a personalized plan to adjust it.
Okay, that is an awesome question. Easy, simple, and I mean, answer that is simple and straight to the point. So you heard her, guys. If you are suffering from chronic pain, inflammation, or if you think that you're doing everything your doctor is telling you, or even your trainer, and you still not feeling your best, get tested. I would encourage you to take this test. Get in contact Nicole. She'll be sharing her contact information as well with us, and also we'll be leaving her contact information as well in down below. So get in contact with her. Health is one thing we can't purchase. So one thing I really strive for is a high quality of life, whether it's, staying independent for as long as possible as well. I want to be 80 and still be able to do things, move around, make my bed, climb stairs, things like that. So inflammation keeps us back from doing a lot, not only because we can't move, but we're in pain. We're in pain. So there are answers, guys. There are answers, and this test could possibly be yours. So I highly encourage you to get in contact with Nicole, and I appreciate you, Nicole, for being here with us. Before we say goodbye to our audience, I would like for you to share your contact information. That way people can get in contact with you and you can, possibly help them change their lives.
So you can find me on Instagram. I'm under Stanford Nicole 2020. And like Dina said, she's going to put it below. So if you can't spell it, it'll be in the bottom. But yeah, I just reach out to me through Instagram and check out my pages. I have a TikTok and I also have a Facebook page.
Yes, guys. And there you'll find more success stories from her testimonials, as well as how many people she's helped and where she's at now, what she's doing, how you can get started, and all of that good stuff. So thank you, Nicole, again. It was very nice having you, and I look forward to more collaborations with you. And let's get tested, guys. Let's get tested. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for all of you who tuned in this Thursday and for sharing this time with us. Like I said, please, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. Hit the like button, and please share this video with everyone that you know. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned for our next episode, and as always, I'll see you next time. Thank you.